I truly look at it as, like, I'm not fucked up, the world is. Like, people are flawed. People are incredibly flawed, and it fucking bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. It drives me crazy.
So is that what's drawn you to want to psychoanalyze everyone?
Yeah, I want to know what the problem is.
Yeah.
The reason I bring this up is because every situation that I'm in, when I feel like people are doing the wrong thing, I feel like it's clear as day that they're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Most people are in the dark about everything. You know? They're just going. They're just going by impulse. Like, okay, what's today? What do I do?
Why do you think people don't think for themselves if there is a choice?
Because it's easier. It's easier. Because it's like you could just
do you
fucking
think that they
sit
realize
there.
that they know
Nope.
that it's easier?
No.
So what is it? What are you trying to understand with people? Like with women in particular, like your patients.
I want to know why they do what they do. I want to know why they think how they think. More of a guide. I'd rather be a guide.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, if you go down that road, it's no good. You have to go this way. Oh, good, thank you, I appreciate it. And then they go on their merry way, and then they're on the good road. That's all. So you're here early today? Why so early?
I'm never on time, so I left early, and I actually got here early. I don't know.
You have nothing better to do?
I had things I could do.
Well, there's got to be a reason you wanted to be here so early. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
You hesitated. Is everything really all right?
Can I put my feet up?
Sure.
I just feel more comfortable like this.
I don't even know if me doing this is any kind of reflection of me. I think I'm just doing it because people fascinate me.
You're drawn to it?
And I want to help people with what I've learned.
Yeah.
Are you happy in your life?
Most of the time.
What do you want? What are you missing? If you could have one thing in your life that's missing, what would it be?
I want a boyfriend.
You want a boyfriend? And so how come you don't have a boyfriend already?
I don't know. The relationships I have don't stick.
Why not?
Because I fucking love assholes and they're all dicks.
Are they dicks? Or
No, they're dicks.
Or maybe you're doing something wrong.
Nothing. I'm not doing anything that wrong.
Why do you love assholes?
No, they're sexier.
Sexier.
Definitely your purpose is to try and help other people, which is amazing. Like, you're a teacher. That's probably part of your like whole fate. But another also could be during this, like, there's always going to be something that you're going to learn for yourself that's very personal to you, to your own evolution.
I remember messaging my mom and she didn't answer me for 3 years until I called her one day and I was like, bitch. And I hung it up. I got a phone call so fast. 3 years. I told her about birthday. I told her about everything. And it took me to say bitch to get my mom to hit me up. So my pops called me like, you don't ever call your mom a bitch. I'm like, hold on, man. I don't fuck. You had a mom. You don't get it.
I don't even know if I should be here, honestly.
That's what everybody says.
Well, I mean it.
So the nice guy that every girl
I
says.
can't
that you
fucking
want.
stand nice guys.
You don't like nice
They're
guys?
like, you know, fucking annoying.
Why is that?
Cause they're pussies. They don't stand up for themselves. They just let me walk all over them.
Right.
It's like,
I agree. Because you don't respect them, that's why.
they don't respect themselves.
They don't respect themselves. That's right. And you can't respect somebody who doesn't respect themselves.
No.
So do you respect yourself?
Yeah.
You
sure?
No.
You're a man, so I don't know if you're the right person I should be talking to, but...
Well, it sounds a bit sexist now.
Well, talking to a man about men seems like it wouldn't really work out, but
So
I will give it a try.
So you're here because of men.
I am here because of men,
But
yes.
why is it okay for women to be sexist against men? Why is it okay for women to label themselves as a woman, blah, 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 and therefore I have to think this, and this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that, and I get it. Like I said, I always had to play both sides. I had to be fair. Like if I was a woman, I would say all this time they never got anything fair. Nothing was ever fair. So
Right, but is that the case? Well, maybe these guys, these asshole guys who don't respect you, maybe you're that nice guy to them.
Aren't I supposed to figure that out without you telling me?
Well, hey, that's what I'm here for, right? To help you along. You think or no?
It sounds like it could be right.
I think that in order to become better as a person, you have to know the truth about who you are. Like, duh. How are you gonna fucking fix the sink if you don't know what's clogging it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know shit. And so a lot of people, they don't like that. They want to live in denial. And they want excuses for their behavior instead of being like, hey, you really shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Do you think that maybe you feel bad about yourself, so you like when guys treat you badly because you agree with them that you should be treated badly?
I could see that being a thing.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you like really good, or are you just kind of good?
Honestly, I'm like spectacular.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just kind of feel like at bliss. Like, you know, when you kind of like feel like you're starting to be on your path of like finding your, you know, just finding your path. You feel like you finally found what you want to do. I feel like I'm finally getting there.
So you think life sucks then? You think life is very difficult and it sucks, and you were dealt a shitty hand and life sucks?
Yeah. Why is that funny?
Because it's funny that you think that.
But it's my reality. It's like everything around me is like that.
Yeah, but the reality is that your world is your world to make what you want of it. And so if you're blaming everything else for you having a shitty life, chances are it's your fault.
I am not married, no.
No?
Divorced.
Divorced. You have a boyfriend?
No.
No? When's the last time you dated someone?
Like dated or...
Like serious relationship.
Oh. It's been a couple years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Oh, okay. So did you park on the side? So you pulled in the gate though, or no? Oh, you didn't? Maybe you need to hear the truth. Maybe you haven't heard the truth for so fucking long that to finally hear it is so shocking to you. And you want to call me an asshole, you want to call everybody else an asshole, you want to call the cop who pulled you over an asshole, whatever. But maybe it's you. Maybe it's
I'm
you.
I'm an asshole?
No, maybe you're doing the wrong things that are bringing assholes to tell you the reality of you doing the wrong things. And you hate that. You hate the truth. You hate it. Oh, okay. So did you park on the side? I'm not sure where Island View is, but...
Do I need sex?
Well, I'm saying everybody needs sex. I wouldn't even ask you that. Of course, everybody needs that. But do you just kind of hook up and not have long-term
If I need to, sure.
So anyway, so I'm running a little behind with somebody I'm with now. So you're in the right place. So it's really nice around here. So if you wouldn't mind just killing maybe 15 to 20 minutes and then coming in, and then I'll buzz you in.
All my life, my focus is on women. Like, I would create these pages on POF and all these fucking websites and shit. Like, because I never had a mom. I never had these things. I'm like, damn, I don't know what I'm looking for. I never went to myself for once. Right. The minute I realized, man, hold the fuck on. I've been doing shit and nothing changed. I'm focused on me right away. Everything was like clockwork for myself. I'm like, hold on, all my attention. And I got what I was looking for.
Awesome. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
Oh, thank God. I'm so sorry.
Why though? Why are you depressed with me saying this? Why are you getting into like this whole oh poor me thing again? Like, why not see that as a good thing? I just gave you the key to something important. Like maybe you could change your life by doing something different. I just gave you that. You should be happy. You should be smiling.
It like happens overnight.
It could. People need to fucking hear shit. I'm so tired of people like being in denial about who they are, about what they're doing, about what their behavior is, instead of just waking up to the fact that, hey, your life sucks because you're in denial.
Like I'll just transform into a new person overnight.
You don't have to be a new person. You have to be less the shitty person you've been.
Okay.
So do you think by being frustrated with people that aren't evolving for themselves or wanting to at least show people the way, you know, being a shepherd to some degree, how is that helping you? How do you see that benefiting anything at all?
Because I feel like my number one goal in life is to matter. I want to matter. I want the world to be different because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Women has needs, of course. Men have needs, of course. They're a little bit different.
So what happens when you have sex with a guy and then he wants to, you know, see you again?
Well, we talked about it and we decided it was going to be just the one time.
I don't have sex with anyone I want to see again.
I can't. I'm busy. I have a dinner meeting.
Really? That's interesting. I've heard that before. Some people have told me that.
I did not make that up. I do.
Men are that way.
Yeah, but we don't set out like that.
I did. I told you I did. It was fun, but that's where it ends. It was fun.
We just want to have sex with everyone.
I disagree with you there. I disagree with you there. I think men do
We
that.
have sex with as many people as possible, and then we don't know if we are, you know, potentially romantically interested until after that. And women are the opposite. Women want to feel romantically involved first and then have sex, right?
No.
No, you don't. You don't see that?
It has not been my experience. No.
Thank you, and you have a good night.
I want that connection. But what's beautiful is living here, I've seen that I can connect with other human beings, and it doesn't always have to be on a sexual intent. But
for a girl, it doesn't.
But
For a
it
guy, it does.
right, and that's what pisses
It's
me
so
off.
much cooler. I bet you have a lot of guy friends, right?
I do. I bro out a lot. I've had a lot
and
of.
they want to hook up with you, but you don't hook up with them, and then it's like the friend zone. You friend zone them.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
You know what? It feels better for you to feel like everybody else is wrong and you're right. Of course, right? It's just easier. Because then you don't got to do shit. You don't got to change nothing, and you're a great person in a shitty world.
Aren't you supposed to be asking me questions?
Not necessarily. If you want that, you could go to one of the regular therapists that just like, you know, how was your childhood and how was this and how does that make you feel? I don't do that shit.
Man, like I said, we can start with 1,000 excuses. We can say 1,000 things, but it starts with yourself and your thinking.
Right.
And it's hard to, and I get it too, because it's hard to tell somebody, hey, you need to start doing this when you're 35. You telling me I'm 35 years old. You telling me it's 35, but I've been programmed 35 years of my life. Like I hear you, but I can't turn shit around. 35 years of programming, you know. And they say the hardest thing to do is to unlearn something.
But guess what? They don't want to. You can try and help someone all you want, but they're not going to want to help themselves until they're ready to it. Feel me?
So what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to just listen to me,
I am listening.
but I feel like you're not taking it in. It's not registering.
Is it supposed to register right now? Like magic?
It should. And it could. If you let it.
So
what, you gotta go home and you gotta go and drink and do some coke and go fuck some asshole and then fall asleep next to him and then think about it and then he kicks you out and then at 6 a.m. you're getting all your clothes together and go into your car and you're like, wait a minute, maybe I should have listened to him. Then, is that when you're gonna think about it or no? Is that a pretty accurate description of how your nights go, or no? Am I being a dick? Am I like insulting you? Am I making you feel bad about yourself? Or am I just being honest?
Do you feel cute being in the room with 6 of these guys, at least 7 that you've seen their dicks?
And what do they think of her? They think she's a slut.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't think they don't respect her. It's just like the stripper thing. Like, you're not empowered. It's not good for you. You didn't use them. They fucking used you.
And that's all I wish for in life is we all deserve mutually respect.
So keep your fucking morality. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're saying that if you meet a guy that you are attracted to enough to have sex with, you'll only have sex with him if you know that it can't be a serious relationship.
Yes, I just don't let that happen. You're a man. You should know what that's like.
Well, it's funny because I kind of do know what it's like, and now I'm like, what the fuck? Why do so many girls want to have sex with me? And then I'm like, shit, maybe that's a bad thing now that you're saying that. Or does that affect you because I just painted a picture of, like, at least one day in your last week?
I just don't want to feel judged in this environment.
It's not about being judged. It's about...
So, fine, yeah. If that's what one of my days was like this past week, fine.
And so be it, right? You're a young girl, you get to do what you want, you get to live how you want, you get to fuck whoever you want, you can do whatever you want, right? And who are you to judge me, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that it feels like if I admit that that is who I am in this room, you're going to tell me I'm a shitty person.
So now that you're saying that, it's fucking me up, because then I'm like, wait a minute, maybe they're attracted to me, I have sex with, but they're looking at it like I would never be in a long-term relationship with them.
And I would assume you would like that. That's what
I do, but it's still kind of insulting if that's where they're coming from. You know?
Men are that way. Men are that way as well.
It's case by case.
Okay.
Maybe in your experience, the men you've met are that way.
Sure. I think all men probably are that way.
You say men a lot and you say all men a lot. You think you're a little bit sexist or no?
No.
You think you can judge every man as a whole? And
I will say most then. I will say most.
So you think it's the exact same thing if a girl has sex with lots and lots of guys that it is for a guy to have sex with lots of girls? You really think that? You don't think that. Nobody thinks that.
Why would I?
You just tell yourself that to justify your behavior. So you can feel better about yourself. Because okay, there's a guy and a girl, let's just say on a date, right? They never had sex before. What are the odds that the guy wants to... they're both good-looking people. What are the odds that the guy wants to have sex with the girl? Hypothetical.
High odds.
90? 95?
Yes.
Okay. So, the guy clearly wants to have sex with the girl, right? But just because he wants to have sex, does that mean he's going to have sex with the girl or no?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because he doesn't have to?
No, but he wants to. But who decides whether the sex will be had between those two people? Who decides?
The girl.
Good. At the bottom of everything is everybody's insecure. So everybody's like not up front because they're afraid to show that. Like especially girls. Like girls don't want to just show a guy that they like them if they're nervous that the guy doesn't like them back.
Yes.
So what if I was to say all women, are a certain way? Would you?
You should say, well, I don't. What do you? I mean, it would depend on what you're saying. That all women are
all
or
women
aren't.
want to have sex with me.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. I know that it's like a completely different experience to be a girl. Like, I'm very well aware that as a guy, I have no idea what it's like to be in the body of a fucking girl. Well, not in that way. Like, and so you have your own experience like that. So, yeah, like even if you're like remotely attractive, like dudes want to fuck you all the time.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Okay, so since the girl decides, right? Then that means that sex is almost exclusively always up to the girl to decide, right? Is that correct? Which is good. Right? So, if the girl always decides whether sex is going to be had, and sex is being had pretty fucking often, then it's the girl's decision, is it not? Guys will fuck anybody. Right? So shouldn't the girl be more exclusive, more selective of who she has sex with?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, does it make logical sense to you or no?
Yeah.
Because they're so insecure, they're so nervous about what would happen if he knew, and then, oh my God, what if he doesn't like me? I'll feel stupid, I'll be humiliated, and whatever. So
That's why you have to
solution?
you look fear in the face and you tell it to fuck off. I mean, because in reality, like, fear and doubt is what holds us back the most. So until you realize that and get over that, then you're going to go much farther in life.
You know, the best gauge of whether you think that a behavior is okay, especially when it comes to females, is ask yourself, would you be okay if your mother did it, your daughter did it, your sister did it? If the answer is yes, then you know what? Fine.
Right. So like these girls saying, well, if I'm gonna use my body for what it's for. No. Who's told you that? Where did you?
No, it's a absence of any moral center. But say all women want a serious relationship. Sometimes they're just afraid to pursue it.
I would say you're wrong.
Okay. And would you say that I shouldn't make such a grand assessment and say all women? Or would you say you feel like
It's
you're
just
the
ignorant.
exception?
It's just ignorant.
Shouldn't a girl hold a higher standard than a guy? Why have the same why lower your own standards to the same standards as a guy's lower standards? Guys fuck anybody, guys will fuck fat girls, whatever it may be. Why lower yourself to that standard? Why not hold a higher standard? I only have sex with certain guys. I only have sex with guys that love me, that have a certain quality, that I've known for more than
What
X
kind
amount
of
time.
girls get to grow up and have that point of view? Princesses? Girls that from the day they're born have that choice? Because there's lots of people that are born into this world where it's not their choice how their sexual life begins, and things start happening without their consent, and they didn't say it was okay. No one ever said it was okay for the little girl to have sex. So I'm sorry that I've had sex with so many people now.
But why do you feel like if that happened to you that you have to have sex with other guys? What is it about that? You're trying to take the power back? You're trying to control?
Yeah, maybe I want the power back. Maybe that's what it is, because when the power is taken from you when you're little, you have to make sense of it again.
But is that your power ever then? Like if you
No, I don't
if you
know.
go and have sex with a lot of other guys, they still have power over you. You're just handing it to them more easily.
How come I don't have power over them?
Because they are getting something out of you, not vice versa. So what if I said most women truly want a serious relationship, truly want to have a family one day, truly feel better and happier when they're in a relationship and married and with somebody long term? Would you agree?
I would say that might be.
But not you.
No.
So why not you?
I don't have time for that.
how is having sex with more creepy fucking weirdos gonna be better? How's it gonna make it better for you? I really want to know. I'm really asking because I really don't know. I really don't get that. I don't get that manifestation.
I'm just trying to love myself more, which is what I've done. My New Year's resolution was to love myself, and that's what I've been doing.
Why do you feel like you need a resolution to love yourself more? You don't love yourself?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was very insecure.
Before?
Yeah, like probably like a year ago.
Why are you not interested in a serious relationship?
Because I have not met one man who is worth my time in that way.
Okay. So if you did meet a man that was worth your time...
Right.
I just sometimes am in a situation where I think that a guy is going to look at me and is going to want to get to know me. And then usually they just end up asking to have sex with me. And I don't feel confident enough to say, no, there is more to me than that. And I proceed, and I hope that after I go along with what they wanted, they'll go along with what I wanted. And you know what happens? They don't go along with what I wanted.
That's right. They don't. I think you're making a bad decision. Because can I help you? Listen, if you meet a guy and you're into him or whatever, and he's trying to have sex quick, all you have to do is not have sex quick. Because at the very least, he still wants to have sex with you. So he'll put in more time. He'll see you for the second date, the third date, the fourth date. All the while, he learns more about you. Then when you finally have sex with him, then he knows more about you and can have more feelings towards you instead of you just being some hot girl that he fucked one night. It would be smarter for a girl to make the guy wait for sex because then you're going to get him emotionally attached because he's been waiting around so long. Then when you finally have sex with him, he cares about you emotionally. You have sex with him right away, he don't give a shit about you. He just thinks you're a slut.
Yep. At all. And if you don't have sex with him too and you make him wait long and he leaves, that's good because it just shows his true color. Like, okay, I knew it. I was just testing you motherfuckers.
There you go. And you know that's all he wants. Yep. So you're making the wrong decision. You shouldn't have sex with him quick. Didn't your mom ever teach you this kind of stuff? This is like 101. You make the guy wait. Maybe you make out with him a little, but then that's it. Maybe on the second date you fool around a little bit, but that's it. Like, you gotta build it up. How do you not know these things?
I don't know. I just didn't know them.
But does it make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Sometimes I feel like that's why I feel like the girls should always make the first move. To be honest. And that's how I truly feel because like if I want that to happen, then I'm gonna grab your hand and then you know you can go farther. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
most girls don't roll like that at all.
I know.
Are you hopeless though? Do you think that you'll never find a guy that will fit?
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
You'll just go through the rest of your life and never be in a serious relationship again, and you're totally okay with that.
Fine.
Like traditionally, like look at the 50s. Like
love them.
Like guys and girls would go to get a soda at the fucking diner, and then they'd need a chaperone if it was past 8 p.m. So all those like traditional values from like the 50s and shit, where it's like, you know, maybe you hold hand on the first date, and then you kiss a little bit on the second date. We should go back to that.
Yeah. I know, huh? Like, because today's shit, yeah.
Like, this might be the answer we're looking for. You know why? Because they understood basic human nature. That males and females are going to be doing stuff if they're left alone for too long, if, you know, whatever, and the guy's going to be trying to do stuff, and the girl, she's like, no, I'm a proper girl. No, you can't hold my hand yet. We haven't even known each other for more than a week. Yeah, today it's all a mess. And no coincidence that everybody's so, like, sexually open and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, divorces are through the roof. People that are fucking married are at the lowest they've ever been in the history of the fucking country. STDs are up. Women not being happy and being old cat ladies who can't even find a fucking relationship. Dudes being fucking beta males and kissing girls' asses because they don't know how to fucking act around women. All these problems are fucking coming. So all this sexual revolution shit, it's not working. It's not fucking working.
It's not.
Kissing the hand, the forehead.
Holding hands.
Opening your door, opening your chair when you sit down. Like, it's all the old, like, things that are just I feel like meant to be, and now today they just rap about bitches.
Again, that's why you're here, so that I can try to figure out what's going on. Because you know, a lot of times, the person who knows the least about a person is themselves.
Victoria, off the phone, please. Victoria, I am looking for the Jeffrey Bolton deposition. It was supposed to be on my desk at 7.
No,
I can't seem to find it anywhere. It wasn't on my desk.
I filed that.
You think you know more already?
I
or-
don't think that, but I think it's possible.
Okay.
Did you put it in room A or did you put it in room B? Do you remember?
Room B.
That's why I'm in this business, right? I'm able to pick up on cues. I'm able to pick up on, you know, things you might say or ways you might come across that you're not necessarily aware of.
So all of the depositions, I've told you this so many times, they go into room A in alphabetical order. I need that deposition and I need you to find it. Can we clean up in here? I'm so sick of it looking like a bomb went off every time I enter this room.
I'm here to give it a shot, yes.
Okay. But, you know, I would ask that you don't have your defenses up.
You know, Victoria, we had the wrong date on the Thompson case file. Your notes were completely sloppy. I gave you this job because you said that you were hardworking, you said that you were detail-oriented, and you are neither of those things.
Well, I am here, so...
In the end, I'm on your side.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, you're here to help, right?
100%.
You help people.
That's my whole life goal.
I need someone who can get things right. Do you understand? If you can't, you won't be here much longer.
Samantha? Can I ask you a question? Have you ever worked in an office before?
You gotta realize that I'm telling you things that are gonna help you.
Yeah. No, I think that a lot of stuff has been really helpful. Because you're feeling like you're trying to help women by waking them up, but you're scared that you're gonna maybe shake up someone who's not ready to face their shit.
You know it's progress? That you haven't been drinking. You know it's progress? That you look so much better, that you look brighter, that your pretty face is coming through again, as opposed to all that heavy, dark makeup that you always used to wear. That's progress.
I am here to give it a try to see if that is the case.
So why though? Why did you make that step to finally do that?
Because I have not had a decent night's sleep in years. I think maybe the last time I had a good night's sleep was maybe 5-6 years ago.
Really?
We've been coming in late, we've been leaving early, and that's absolutely unacceptable. Henry, I know you're new, but you lost a client last month?
Because of something that happened to me, and sleep is kind of a trigger for all those things to come up, and I am unable to have a good night's sleep.
Well, let's hold off a little bit on what happened.
Listen, I apologize. My wife had her first kid last month.
Excuses, Henry. You told me that your wife was pregnant, and you said that it would not affect your work here, and it is.
In Henry's defense, that guy is not the easiest.
Roger, you can leave the meeting now, okay? Out. Anyone else want to interrupt?
Not only do you want a better night's sleep, but you'd like to be happier in general, no?
Well, of course, I would like to be happier, yes.
Victoria, you're always late. We can discuss that further later.
Progress is that you're actually saying, oh yeah, because this, I thought this. That's you thinking for yourself. That's progress. That's progress. Not I joined some group that tells me what to fucking think. That's not progress.
No, you're right.
Are you not happy?
Well, I am I'm not entirely happy.
You've let this company down. You've let me down. You've let all of us down. This meeting is over. Get out! Get out!
Can you imagine the world if every single human being was like in their self-power
Exactly.
of expression of exactly what they want to
That's
do
how
and
the
doing
world
it?
should be. And I understand that you're trying, but at the same time, it's like, you got to keep in mind there's such a big picture to things. You have to stop seeing things small picture through your own eyes and see things to a grander view of what the big picture is.
to take in.
Are you able to put your finger on why you're not happy?
I'm not.
Is that also why you're here? Let's try to figure that out.
I don't need to know that.
When you reach a true level of happiness, me telling you anything would never bring you down, no matter what it is. Not one thing. And not because you don't believe me, but because you know and you're aware of things. And so what anybody else says, what anybody else does, is not going to affect you badly, no matter what it is. It could be the worst thing ever somebody could say to you.
Okay. Yeah. So that's when I'll know that I'm like, I'm good.
And then you can stop coming to me. Are you looking forward to that?
Will you be offended?
No. What would you say if I told you that my goal is to make you happy?
I would say that is reaching very high.
I don't want to feel shitty all the time.
And you shouldn't.
I haven't been feeling as shitty lately.
Why?
Just think the stuff we talk about, it's like really hard for me to listen to, you know, because you are really brutally honest. But I feel like, you know, because I write everything down afterwards and I try to honestly take it in. I think it's helping me be more honest with myself.
You do seem very guarded.
Okay. Well, what do you want? I don't really know you.
It just seems really unbelievable that I could feel good, like really good, without other people looking at me and telling me that I'm good.
And
Why do you care about
it? I care about it because, like, first of all, I care about everybody. I care about you. I don't have to know people well to care about them.
I had to go home and change and...
No wonder our productivity is down. This isn't a social circle. This isn't how we do things here.
Samantha, I was just...
Roger, you came over here just to talk to the ladies?
This is a place where you can literally feel like you can just say anything and everything.
Well, I don't really know you very well.
So we have to get to know each other?
Well, I mean, it's just give me a minute.
Well,
we were just talking about...
You know, sexual harassment is a very,
Whoa.
very serious issue in the workplace. And you saw the sexual harassment video and you signed off on it saying that you wouldn't do it. Yet here you are flirting as usual.
Samantha,
he wasn't. Now, I've seen it more than once, okay?
I don't think that you should dwell on the things you didn't have and to make yourself a victim by saying, if only I had this, and if only this person didn't do this to me, and if only I had more of this. Those things keep you down more than anything else.
We're just having a conversation. We're sorry if it bothered you.
we're just... No, I'm sorry, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. Not here. Not in the workplace. I'm not going to let you do this to women.
Just tell you everything I'm
but
feeling,
I can tell
or
there's things you don't want to tell me. And I don't know if it's that you're not being honest with yourself, or if it's that you just don't want to be honest with me.
I got my eye on you.
Okay, you know, we just need to get past this and just get back to work.
Yeah, you do need to get back to work. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
You know, you guys really should care too. It's not okay for him to come over here and talk to you and stare at you like that.
Oh, he wasn't staring. He was just talking.
He's never disrespected me, ever.
I've seen it more than once, and the men, they're all the same. They seem so harmless.
People get too much authority and then just like think that they're the top when it's like reality, like we're all fucking equal.
They said I'm Little Miss Perfect and Daddy's favorite, and
you didn't think that was accurate?
Not at all.
Why?
I was like, cause my dad was a fucking asshole. He was mean.
And I'm leaning towards you don't want to be honest with yourself.
what do you? I mean, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you.
Why don't you want to be in a relationship?
I don't know. I already answered that question.
See, you're guarded again. Do you think that you were attracted to the guy that you dated who was kind of abusive? Because he reminded you of your dad?
Yes.
And so you don't feel like you ever got your dad's approval then?
I don't have my dad's approval.
At
No.
all?
No. I will never get it.
I told you I don't.
Because no men meet your standard. But what I wanted to know was that if there was somebody who did, would you be willing to do it? I don't even believe in porn. I think it's bad for society.
I love that about you. That's so refreshing.
I think it's ridiculous. Is that something you think you want?
Well, I suppose it would depend on the person. I guess I don't see that happening, but I suppose maybe if, it'd be hard to imagine that there's anyone out there.
You're so negative.
How good of you to show up. You know, you're almost an hour late. This isn't even... Okay, why don't this first? What are you wearing? That is absolutely unacceptable. I can almost see your everything. No. Pull down and pull up. You know what?
Sitting.
Here. Cover it. Cover yourself.
Do you see it as negativity?
Yeah, of course. You saying that you probably never will meet somebody you want to be in a relationship with, that's totally fucking negative. We're going to pause real quick. And make sure you are aware of what's driving you.
Right.
So that's my whole thing.
Right.
Dude, our entire society is based on somebody else's ideas.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything we do, everything, our clothes, our outlook, our life goals, the way we spend our life, the jobs we choose, college, and said, here, this is what it is because I've learned this and this is the truth, so we're telling you this now. But what if that information is not true? But in the end, your core self is built on how you feel and think about yourself. And if you think negatively of yourself, there's nobody that could fucking help you. You have to fix that. Like, everything is because of what somebody else came up with. So just for a minute, can't we at least entertain maybe those ideas are wrong? An intelligent thing, not just a vast universe of randomness, consciously created this world to be what it is. And that's why everything makes so much sense. So you came here early today, again, because what? You're bored?
I don't.
You like coming here. You come here, you give me shit, and you argue with me, but then you show up like an hour early the next time. What does that tell you?
Well, maybe you don't have enough patience on your books, and I'm just taking advantage of it.
Well, no, I don't, because I try to focus on a smaller amount of people at a time, and that's good for you.
Yeah. No, I'll admit some of the conversations we have been very inspiring, and
cool. It's good to know.
Yeah, I like how I sound when I talk to you too. When I talk to my friends, I just don't get to the places that I get to with them. If I get too upset, it's hard for me to mean what I say because I can't even address the issue yet.
You're
work
so
my way into it.
emotional.
I am really emotional.
Like, you actually seem like there's a flood of emotion coming through your face, like, all day. Like, you don't ever seem like just blank. Like, you always seem very emotional.
I would never want to seem blank.
I know, that's great. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying, like, wow, like, you have a ton of emotion. Yeah. I could see that when you're in whatever, relationship fights or conflicts or whatever, that you probably really break down and get really upset. You don't have, like, moments of weakness where you're like...
Of course. We have 20,000 thoughts a day, of course. Did you know that? Yeah.
I thought it was just me.
No. And we only utilize, like, this half of our brain, so why not reach that other point?
I need to forgive the younger me that's hurt. like, even though I'm hurt as I'm older, but it's more the younger me that's more hurt that I have to let go of, that's more scarred, because that was the hardest part of my life.
Here, it's like you're bringing it out in me more and more, and I like that, and I'm thriving in it, and I want to apply it to my life
now
more.
When you go and talk to other people, like your friends and stuff like that, who are not necessarily there, do you try to get them there in turn?
Dude, I'm scared, you know? I want to keep them as friends, so I try to find clever ways to implement whatever it is I think I'm learning here, you know?
But do you think that they'll have a harsh reaction to it?
If I were to just straightforward be like saying some of the concepts we talk about here, like just right in, no, it's not a good approach. They would be like, fuck you, you're talking to some sadist, you know, like who like has these extreme ideas, but I know that like you don't have extreme ideas, you're just pushing me to think a certain way. So it's,
I mean, I'm a normal person.
Yeah, it's hard for me to.
You think I come across crazy with the things that I say and do?
I think some of the things you say on purpose to push me to think a certain way. But I don't think that you sound crazy. I might be naive. Maybe you are crazy.
I think that I come across so non-crazy that I can get people to open their minds to things that they never would have if somebody else said it.
I agree with that, and I'm trying to replicate that.
That's awesome.
I think one of the best things I've ever seen you do.
That's really cool. That's really cool. That's great feedback.
So on human nature, let's go to the girl side. Now, my premise on the girl side is the following.
Okay.
Girls, yes, can be attracted to a guy physically just based on looks or whatever. Fine. But I submit that that is an exception to the rule, and that is actually a very low percentage of people / situations that happens in. I think that a girl needs a guy to be good looking, but needs other things. Needs a deeper connection, needs intelligence, needs sense of humor, needs confidence. The guy's got to have all these things going for him. You know, or at least some of these things, whatever. Something to find attractive.
Vice versa. Know that it's not just he's got to have this. I have to be carrying all these this things too. You know?
Coming from a person who has explored trying to be equal to men in sexual aggression or whatever, or like needing to have sex a lot, realizing that it made me feel shitty and it made me feel worthless, and that it just really wasn't something I was capable of, as hard as I tried to feel like I could be that way, it was so against my nature. But I was supported in my society being told that no, it's cool, be the same as a man, like you can behave the same as him and feel the same, and it's fine, like that's how it should be. But really, by pushing women to try to be that way, you are breaking them down, because it is just against their nature. It's not in their best interest, and we're not capable of it. We are just not. And I've witnessed trying to inspire my friends to be kind of slutty, how uncomfortable they become, and how unsure and how unaware and how vulnerable and broken they become. And there I was thinking I was helping them, but I was hurting them, because I thought that I had figured out a way to have like the same armor as men have naturally, where we don't. And what you're saying is, instead of giving women no responsibility for their actions and saying, go fuck around, you can take a Plan B pill, you can erase the baby, you're not responsible for your bad decision, you can just abort it. You know, instead of that, reminding them of how sacred it is that we get to have a baby, and that we are the ones that create it, and we control the sperm like being inside of us. So if we actually go back and think about who are we going to let enter our body, and it's not that we need to be like prudes and never let anyone have sex with us, but take the subject more seriously, then we can empower each other by knowing we are the biggest part of the puzzle. We are the most important part of this equation, and we should not treat ourselves like worthless, replaceable trash bins for semen. Because if we're just the sock that they come into whenever they feel like it, then we're just a dirty fucking sock that gets washed up and then renewed, but we're never the same. So I think I understand that, and personally I found a place in my life where I was disgusted with myself trying to have sex with people that I didn't want to have sex with. And I did put a halt to it. And it became really confusing for relationships I was having. People were saying, why wouldn't you have sex with me? And I'm like, because I'm not sure if I want to. And then they didn't want to hang out anymore. And then I got to see what the relationship was. And then the moment I did decide to actually have sex with someone because I felt like it was right, now I'm in the most amazing relationship I've ever had. And sex is different. It's never been the way that it is now. So I think I understand.
Good for you. So why are you here?
I think I'm having a breakthrough. You make me have breakthroughs, you know?
Really?
Yeah. The stuff you say, like, it's getting in there.
That's good. I would say in general, I wouldn't let LA adapt you too much.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, totally. It's just definitely opened my eyes to things that I wouldn't really be open to before.
Okay.
But I'm not like, I'm still gonna keep my views pretty like strict in a sense, but I guess like open up some doors to be like, oh, okay, like, okay, you know, or like, for instance, you know, I said like, I don't want to go to Hollywood or like, you know, the Hills parties, and I think they're crazy and they're filled with a bunch of like crazy people and drunks, you know, things of that nature. Right. It's like, that's all I've been doing all summer.
Yeah, but what if I just said, you can't come to me anymore? That's it. This is the last time.
Well, then
tonight is the last time.
Shit gets real.
I think we all have that thought. Like, damn, like, bet you'd be nice in bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have that thought.
You have that thought?
Okay. You can't tell me guys don't think that, dude. They're going to be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what. With every single girl who's above, like, a 7, yes.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, like, yeah, like, I might glance and I'm like, they're cute, but I don't want to pursue it. And that's the difference. It's like, thoughts can be thought all day, but it's your actions.
You think I'm in the place where I don't need you anymore?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's a reverse psychology thing.
A fucked up guy, like.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't shit. Yeah, but then, man, like I said, when you have a crazy guy, the woman has to be somewhat crazy as well. You know, especially to stick around for as long as you do and have kids with somebody, like, you know that somebody's crazy. Right. And my mom was crazy, so I had to be real with myself initially.
Well, I mean, they have to be crazy or very insecure, attached to the relationship.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
Because
that
especially
part.
a lot of women are like, you know, like battered women say. They're not necessarily crazy, but they're like,
yeah, you're right.
They're kind of just, you know, stuck to the relationship because maybe they feel like they can't do any better, or they're afraid to leave, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're right. No, you're right. You saying that right now, I never thought of that.
But I'm just saying, like, in general, I think that where women go wrong is that they don't have a good finger on what they want.
I agree with that.
You know?
I mean, some women do, but a lot of us don't.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I look at it like this, right? I watched this video and it's called, it do talk about fish love. And I think about that in my relationships and shit. And when you love someone, right? A guy goes fishing, right? Catches a fish, cooks the fish, eat it, bam. He said, oh my God, I fucking love fish. And the guy like, oh, you love fish? Like, yeah, I love fish. He says, so you love fish, so you kill it, you cook it, and you eat it. So you love the fish, right? He said, yeah. He said, do you love the fish or do you love what it does for you? Right. So a lot of times it's just fish love we have for people. So do I love this woman because of what I see in her and what she does to make me happy? Not what I see in her truly. Right. So when I remember we spoke earlier and about being selfish and shit. Well, at the end of the day, we're all doing for us in something. Everything we do is for us.
That's how you know in a relationship, if somebody really cares about you, they don't care about what you're doing for them. They care about you and what makes you happy, your well-being.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and that's the girl I have now. It's like that. but it's hard for me to give back when I ain't got shit to give because I don't know how to.
So it's human nature. I'm not gonna like bash on like there's no, you can't help that. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't blame men for having sexual desires towards women based strictly on looks?
No, just don't act on it.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's one of those things like it's not gonna go away. That's just how it's the way you think.
That's right.
It's the way you think. So it's like I can get pissed about it all fucking day, but it's like that's how your brain works. And we have like a partial of it that works that way sometimes, but majority of it is like we want more than that.
You don't seem like that kind of dude.
About not having shit to
You
give?
seem like a very compassionate and loving person.
I am.
And actually, to tell you the truth, I'm surprised when you tell me that you didn't have a mom in your life, because you seem like the type of person who most definitely would.
Yeah.
You don't seem like a cold,
Yeah.
you know, all business type of dude. You seem like a very compassionate dude.
Yeah.
So I don't think I even believe that that's true. Maybe you think that about yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the reality.
Yes, I am having issues sleeping, lots of anxiety.
Anxiety about what?
About my own experiences, and I need to wipe the slate clean so I can...
So you're having like general anxiety or just specific?
I'm having anxiety, yeah, and I need to find a way to combat... If you can help me find a way to combat anxiety, maybe some tools that I can take home so that I can sleep.
Like, he's a very warm, compassionate, loving dude.
Right.
And I've met some cold, horrible fucking people. Do you trust me?
Yeah.
I have met some horrible, cold, fucking sociopath, fucking horrible people, and you don't fall into that category. So I think
I appreciate it.
you should keep in mind that you do have that to offer. You're probably just not aware of it, and you probably think that because you've had that situation with your mom, that maybe you're not capable of it. Well, I would need to know what the problem is first, and so would you.
Okay.
So maybe we should try to figure that out.
Okay.
So, you know what we need to do in order to do that?
What's that?
You have to be open.
I am open, I'm here, so that's...
Just because you're here doesn't mean you're open. You have to be open to discussing things that might make you uncomfortable to talk about or even think about.
Okay.
So you're down? That sounds good to you?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
I said yes.
You know, for me, it's not... I just don't like where it's at. I just don't like how it goes. I don't like that you...
I feel like you don't trust me. And that sucks.
In what way?
Like, you don't give me the benefit of the doubt.
You're so hostile. Why are you hostile?
I don't think that that is accurate.
I've been bending over backwards for you. Do you understand that? Your case is a very, very difficult case, and you don't look very good.
No, you don't think you're hostile?
No,
You're a little
I don't.
defensive.
Why are you calling me? Why are you saying...
Look, you're defensive and hostile right now.
What is the point in telling me that?
So that you know, so you stop doing it?
My job is to get the truth across. My job is to make sure that you... Excuse me? Mr. Bolton, you cannot speak to me that way. I will not allow it. Okay, why don't you give me tools so that I can...
I'm trying to give you tools by you giving me tools.
Don't you dare talk to me that way. I have bent over backwards for this case, and you clearly are not appreciating anything that I've done. That is absolutely not true. I have a huge stake in this company. Our reputation is golden, which is more than I can say for yours.
I need to know what the problem is.
You don't look very good, and there are a lot of people who don't like you. Don't like me? I told you what my problem
No, you didn't.
was.
You told me how...
I have some issues in my past that I need to work through.
Okay.
And do you need to know my issues? No, you said no in the beginning of this conversation. You said let's not go there.
I said, no, let's not go there yet.
Uh-huh. If you feel that way, then you can go elsewhere.
When you say confident people, because I see a lot of what appears to be confident, but then when you really break it down, it's a bit of a mask. I feel like a lot of people are wearing masks.
Almost all
What
the
is
time.
confident? What do you define confidence as?
I define confident as you don't need to wear a fucking mask. Is that you can be yourself all the fucking time and be completely fine with it, and you don't need to bring other people down and try to insult somebody else or hurt somebody else to feel good about yourself, because you don't need that. And that's the real confidence.
So do you feel like that means someone that knows themselves? Would you say?
You have to know yourself to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And you're not telling me what the problem is, you're telling me how the problem is manifesting.
Okay.
You saying that you can't sleep, like, I'm not going to just give you Ambien and be like, go ahead, get a good night's sleep. We have to find out why you're not able to sleep.
Ambien.
So your problem is not that you can't sleep. The problem is what's causing you to not be able to sleep.
Yes, I would like to have some tools.
Right, and you're right. Like they say, hurt people. And I think a lot of the time when I spoke, I quote unquote, I was shopping hungry. So like they say, don't ever shop hungry, because you'll buy the shit that you'll eat right now and you won't think longevity. Right. And I'm in a state of anger. So when I'm happy, of course, it's like people say, I want to kill myself. Of course you want to kill yourself in your lowest states. Feel the greatest you won't ever think about killing yourself. It's just, it's in the mode, right? And you're right. I'm hurt like a motherfucker.
Because I think we have moments where you like really believe in me and you're like, she's fucking awesome. And then you're like, more time.
You keep slipping. You keep going off. You don't stay consistent. Actually, that's funny that you say that, because you're right. Because I actually consciously had the thought yesterday or whatever it was, that you're not consistent. Like, that's why I said to you on the phone the other day, I'm like, did I lose you? Are you still with me? Like,
right, but okay, but this is what's so weird is like, for me, I'm all in.
From my end, I don't know if we're quite there yet.
I mean, I still got some wrinkles I'm straightening out.
Just some?
I mean, okay, the paper's crumbled, okay? But it's like, pull it out, iron it a little bit.
Well, isn't that a saying that once the paper is crumpled up, it can't be perfect again? You know, you felt powerless with your mom because you couldn't control that. You couldn't get her to come back. You couldn't get her to love you and take care of you and all this kind of stuff. You couldn't get her to do this. You had no power.
What we need in the world is women to be strong, because the man always looks up to the woman. As a kid, the boy is always going to look up to the woman as the role model.
Right.
And therefore, like, a man actually needs a woman to show him the way.
I hate hypocrites, and I hate people that project an illusion of their persona and then fucking go back on it, because that's bullshit. Because they're fucking liars. and they stand there and they say that they love this and they appreciate this and this is so fucking great, and then they turn to your face and they abandon every fucking thing they just said. Well,
and I like you, but you're
you
a
don't
fucking pain in the ass, dude.
No,
you are.
I think that
you fucking are.
I think no, honestly, look, I listen to everything you say and I take it in.
Well, you haven't seen me in a long time, and I think maybe you need to see me more often.
I knew you thought that.
You fucking lost your shit.
No, dude.
You need somebody in your life who's gonna straighten you out, because I know that you have, the situation where you didn't really have a father figure in your life, and I know that you either go. Much.
I don't give a fuck about the little person I created. She can go off and do whatever the fuck she wants with her life, and I don't care.
I think you need to figure out what to do and what is important and what's not, and find the things that aren't and put those things on the back burner.
I do not disagree.
You need to consciously figure out, this is what I need to spend time on, this is what I need to focus on, and this is what is going to waste my time.
Take responsibility for fucking having a kid. You have 3.
So why do you have anxiety? What are you worried about?
Are you asking me what happened, or I don't understand?
Well, however you want to answer me. Why do you have anxiety? What are you upset about? What are you worried about? What's the problem?
I have had issues and situations in the past that have led me to not be able to sleep. It is a trigger.
Do you want to tell me what those are?
I take you very seriously. And even if there's time in between us seeing each other, I think of, what you've said to me, or...
I get disappointed. I'm like, dude, I thought I had a positive influence on this girl. I do.
I try to be so reflective,
genuinely.
too.
Isn't that weird?
Yes, that's sad.
We have a very strange relationship. Because
I want to talk.
Like, as part of this thing, I'm trying to be a positive influence on you in many ways, right? But sometimes I'm like, dude, and then, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then, something happens, and then I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Okay.
It's disappointed.
But isn't there any side of that can be your responsibility, of the fact that, you keep doubting me and I'm not actually changing?
I can tell you what's going on.
Are you comfortable?
I'm uncomfortable. I've never been in this scenario before, but if that's what needs to happen in order for you to help me, then I will do it.
Well, we start with you being comfortable. We don't want you to feel like you're doing something you don't want to do.
Okay, well, I don't, this is new. And I was told that you could help me. And so far you're not helping me.
But
you're calling me hostile, and you're calling calling me defensive.
Relax.
And
relax. Let me talk. You don't mind me saying to you, dude, you fucked up because this, blah, blah, blah.
I mean...
Right? Or do you?
You said that I fucked up or that I am fucked up?
Both. Either, whatever.
I mean, I don't love that you're saying that.
I'm not saying you're fucked up as a person. I'm saying,
no,
whatever I'm saying.
I see truth in what you're saying, because I'm frustrated with my lifestyle right now.
You seemed like a mess. You seemed like you're all over the place. Obviously, you haven't been to a psychologist before. But the groundwork is, I need to know about you. I need to know what you think. I need to know how you feel. I need to know what your experiences were, good and bad. And I need to know what you think the problem is. So, yes, you're being defensive and hostile when I ask you these questions. So I think maybe that's, where I'm going wrong. I'm not explaining to you what the process is. So now that I've explained to you what the process is, I need you to open up to me a little bit and answer some questions that I have about you.
Okay.
No, but you're so direct that you're asking me, is it okay? I'm like, yeah.
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 And so you're okay with that. But you're okay with that on every level, or you're okay with that with just setting appointments and shit?
What other levels are there?
Level 3. The whole thing. The everything. The everything that you are. So the first question I have is, why do you think that you have anxiety?
I have anxiety because of something that happened several years ago.
I know, but I'm saying in general, you're very defensive. Is it the weird fucking thing? Okay, so when I called you up and told you that, what was your reaction to that?
My feelings were hurt.
Why?
You said you were disappointed in me?
What happened?
I was drugged and raped.
Really? And so what ended up happening? Did you go to the police or did anything happen?
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
Why not?
Conflict of interest.
How?
He was a friend of my boss at the time.
Now, when you do or say something that I feel like is off the path of where I'm trying to help you go, like it really bothers me. Like it really like that's what I'm saying. It bothers me too much. And I shouldn't be, or maybe I shouldn't be, that bothered. And then what's the solution to that? You know, what do I do about that? What do I do with that? You know? What do I fucking do about that?
I don't know. Well, you talked to me about it. I don't know if that made you feel better, but what did I do? How did I piss you off?
You see him again after that?
I have seen him twice.
And how did that go?
I did not talk to him.
Did he try to talk to you?
No.
I wish you would just fucking listen to me.
I do listen to you.
Kinda don't.
I don't view it that way.
Was it like you were already kind of romantically involved a little bit, or
No.
was it just
No,
a
I was
random-
not. No, I wasn't.
So you weren't even interested
No,
in
I
this
was
guy at
not.
all?
No, I was not.
You weren't on a
No,
date
I was
with
not.
him?
No, I did not. I was not on a date. It was at a party.
So I'm sorry that I've disappointed you or frustrated you, but like I don't know what to say. Like it's real life. I am who I am, and
So you're at a party,
Uh-huh.
and the next thing you know, you wake up somewhere or with the guy.
He was there. I saw him, yes.
So you didn't wake up like during when it was happening.
It's very, very hazy. There were moments I was in and out, especially in the beginning.
And so, how do you feel like you would want to handle that? Would you want to have him arrested? Would you want to have something happen to him? Or you don't think it would make a difference?
I do not think it would make a difference.
I'm just so frustrated because I really thought that you were like seeing me for who I am, and you don't. You think I'm some piece of shit. And it's so frustrating because I'm not. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get confused if people are sexualizing me in their head, and I'm like, no, I'm just here for business. But people are always sexualizing me. And maybe it's just in my head. Maybe that's just what I think.
It wouldn't make a difference. There are so many of them out there.
But maybe you do that so he can't do it to somebody else.
It's too late. I'm a lawyer, and I know that I don't have a case against him at this point. I have zero evidence whatsoever.
Wow. I do really, really care about you. And just, to hear you say that, I'm just, I can't stop, don't say it. I just can't hear that. So, you think about it a lot?
Not while I'm working. Fortunately, I'm very busy, but that is why I need some tools to help me in the evening, because that's when I think about it. So
I do think you're a fucking good person. I could see that you're a good person, but I could also see that you're very vulnerable. You're like the most vulnerable person I've ever known. I mean, my thing would be that you would have to confront that situation. That you would have to face that and not try to bury it and not think about it, but you have to come to terms with it for yourself.
okay. I don't know How do you do that? I don't really
Well,
know.
I mean, that takes time. I mean, it's a pretty serious thing. But there's a lot of things that can happen psychologically to you after something like that happens. You can think in some way it's your fault. You can resent men.
I do not think it's my fault.
You can no, I know. I'm saying these are things that could happen when that happens to someone.
Like, I just want to make you not disappointed in me anymore. But I'm just making you frustrated.
You could feel like you're always on guard. You could feel like you're always trying to keep people at a distance, that you're kind of afraid to be in certain situations. I mean, there's a lot of things that can come of that. So the first thing would be to kind of, as hard as it is, try to not bury it and try to face it and figure out how you feel about it, how you look at it.
I know how I feel about it.
Tell me, how do you feel about it?
I am angry about it, of course. I don't think anyone has the right to do that. Men do not have the right to do that.
Right.
To women, and
I agree.
It just means there's no progress.
And then so, with this one girl, I think it's just got too deep and too personal and too serious.
Do you feel like she'll work it out?
I don't know.
So, I'm angry about it, and something needs to be done about it. It's too late for this specific situation, but maybe not in the future.
Answer your fucking phone! One second.
So do you think that that's a factor in why you're not interested in having a relationship?
I don't know. It's like they're all the same.
I'm just like playing over and over again in my head what you said and what I said, and I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. So I don't think that you meant what you said either. I don't think you think that I'm crazy. I don't think that you think that I'm like hopeless. I think you were just saying things to be mean, and you thought that it would make me go away, but you're wrong. Like, I'm not going away, and I'm not going anywhere.
Do you think that you're afraid to maybe get close to somebody because you're afraid of what kind of, hurt that they can do to you?
Could be, I'm not sure.
I mean, it is a heavy thing. It's serious stuff.
Okay.
And if I was too angry, well, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to be so angry. You're not being very fair. But ultimately, I just would really like it if you'd call me back. So you should pick up your phone and listen to all of my goddamn voicemails and try calling me back.
And do you feel like you have a different view of men since that happened?
Somewhat, but even before him, there were always signs that I've been around enough men to know what they're like, so I've known.
But you know all men are not like that, right?
Not all, no. But many.
Many that you encounter.
That I've encountered, sure.
But I'm sure there's a lot of good people out there, right?
Sure, I'm sure there
Who
are
would never
good
do
people.
that. There's plenty of guys that would never do that.
Okay.
Do you believe that?
I'm sure there are guys that wouldn't do that. It's hard to tell which ones. They're so good at pretending to be one thing and then being something completely different.
I hate my father. I hate myself.
It's something that reflects in all of us.
Right.
Like we all have the capability of being really fucked up.
And then I'm like,
I think you got a lot you still got to figure out. But really, I can't help you. You have to help yourself.
that's so scary.
How is this helping you? It's been months of this. How is this helping you?
How are you helping me?
How is any of this helping you?
No one lives happily ever after.
But there is a, like we were talking about before, there is a line you got to draw because she's actually not in your personal life. She's your client.
Right.
So therefore that's where it's like a conflict of interest.
Well, I guess that's where I messed up.
Hello?
Just makes so much sense for us to be together. We laugh at the same things. We like the same things. We dress similar. We love the same music. We grew up in similar families. We both hate stupid people. I don't get it. I'm literally alive to be his partner in life. It's obvious to me. I will show him. 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 Hey, you. Calling to see if you're around later. I will be in the area, and I just thought it would be really convenient for us if we could meet really quick and just talk about a couple things and just wrap all of this up. You know, I know we still love each other and care about each other, so let's just put an end to all of this. You can give me my things. We can finally get closure, say goodbye, and move on. We can both move on. I know you're having just as much trouble as me. So, I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Hey. I just really miss you. I'm outside your house, and if you're home, you should just come outside. I can do things, you know. I just want to feel you and see you and touch you. And I'm just outside, just walk like a couple feet, and I'm right here. I miss you. I know you're still in love with me. We're gonna be together forever. You're looking out your window right now. I'm like right here. I'm waving at you. I just had a horrible thought. I hope you're alone. I look really nice. I put on a sexy dress. I put on my lipstick. I'm not wearing a bra. Come out and see me. I'm your special someone. And you're mine. You're mine forever. You'll see. I'm in a really fun mood. Like, majorly fun. You know, like, you know, I'm open. Ah, babe. Baby. I miss you. I miss you so much. I miss the sound of your voice. All I get are your voicemail sounds. That's a robot. That's not you. I just want to be with you. Like, intertwined. Like, in each other. Together. I just want to be alone anymore. Being alone is the worst. I'm like constantly lost and fading into my oblivion. Huh. Oops. Hey. Why are you hiding? Do you want me to find you? I did. I'm outside. I found you. Your turn. Come find me. Come find me. Please. I don't really want to do this anymore.